Welcome to the July Virtual Summit here at Miles Better in association with On Point Mentors. My name is Colin Miles, aka The Numbers Guy, and this month's question is, what is the best advice for re-evaluating your goals mid-year as we're moving into July and to maintain your enthusiasm to forge on? Well, this can be hard even in normal times. And if 2019 was even normal, but then when we hit 2020 and COVID, and now 2021, and the changes we're going through, it's hard times to find your mojo. So setting goals in strange times, there's only one thing that's certain about 2021 and 2022, it's more uncertainty. And each day that becomes harder and truer. So I thought I'd have a look around for some guidance and came across a great article in the Entrepreneur magazine, in fact, back in January, that's helped inspire some of the content in this virtual summit. As the article helps plot the untraveled roads to success, and I add my nuances as the numbers guy to small entrepreneurs. Number one, and perhaps the most important, is you need to track your progress. We often set lofty yearly goals, maybe even quarterly goals have been the tradition. But in today's fast growing and dynamic world, and in the midst of economic uncertainty, it's challenging to even forecast what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone next week or next month. So let's think about reviewing these goals regularly by means of a review board session that you put in your calendar, or quote, as I've quoted in recent postings, make sure that your actions are matching your goals, and take a moment to breathe and think about, what am I doing? Am I doing this correctly? And this can be done by perhaps, as I say, having weekly review meetings if you have a team, or if you work on your own, as many as entrepreneurs do, then perhaps basically a simple success board. Tracking what you have done, how well you're doing. List what you hope to achieve and what you have actually achieved, and see if they map. If you haven't, it's going to help you correct the course, perhaps sooner rather than later. And then there's the things you can talk about a lot. And one of the things I talk about, a lot when I'm working with my clients is about real-time numbers. And as the numbers guy to small entrepreneurs and working in real time, this will allow you to see these changes today rather than later, and allow you to think about, what do I need to do about this? How do I go about changing things? Your progress against these boards are a great way, even for small entrepreneurs, to think about it. And as I said, it can be as simple as, what did you achieve today and what do you want to achieve over the coming weeks? A second thing to think about when setting and reevaluating your goals is that you need to actually be able to think about what happens if it fails. If you're working in real time and your numbers aren't showing you the desired results, then we need to have a plan B, even a C or D. But being in real time, you can pivot before the cash in your business runs out, before you slam into the wall, as cash is the engine oil of any business. In my course, Let the Numbers Decide, my mastermind program, we talk about having a customer plan, a staff plan, a marketing plan, lots of different plans that will help support your business as you move forward. The two biggest mistakes people make when setting goals is they underestimate how long something will take and how much it might cost you to achieve them. So it's keen to ensure what happens if we don't hit our goals, that we have a plan B, and what does that look like, so that the costs are minimised and we pivot before we run out. The third point to think about is work smarter. In some ways, 2020 has taught us a key lesson in focus, and that only in fact 20% of the ideas and initiatives and partnerships will move the needle forward in achieving your goals. So you need to be aware of what that 20% is. Otherwise, it's very easy to spend a lot of time on the 80% of general day-to-day, and all that's happening then is that you're treading water, and in that case, you're going backwards. The critical skill for any entrepreneur is identifying the 80% of ideas and workloads that don't accomplish these goals, and then think about changing your resources so that you can look at the 20% and reevaluate your plans. You need to keep looking at the 20%, as I've said, with laser focus, as the old 80-20 rule applies to so much of us in business. This approach will help you achieve your goals and greater efficiencies, improve your profit, and of course, using my mantra of grow, scale, and profit faster by using real-time numbers. The point is to think about your finer details of your goals, i.e. getting granular. Think about breaking your projection and goals down into digestible, manageable chunks, perhaps by area or types or projects. I love the old adage of, how do you eat an elephant? Well, in small bite-sized chunks. And it's about having the ability to have the same small wins within your business. This will help keep you going. It's amazing how much you can do. And often the busier you are, the more you get done because you can see some celebrations of the wins. I remember listening to a great entrepreneurial developmental speaker from a military guy, and he said that the biggest win he has every day is making sure that his bed first thing in the morning is made crisp with military corners. It's a win. It sets his day up, and it can be as simple as that. It's a great mindset to have. I was listening to Faye Chappell and Stacey Maynard from Mastermind City Community today, and they were talking about this very subject. And also, by chance, in my audiobook that I'm listening to, the character is talking about how you can always take the extra step, but you need to push yourself forward, and you do this by just breaking it down into much smaller parts. An example for us as in entrepreneurs would be if you think, oh my God, I'm going to have to launch 50 new products to be successful. Well, that's very daunting. How about we think about, I'll launch the first one in a week, I'll launch the second one the following week, and now suddenly we focus on that first one, we get it launched, we have a success, our positive physiology goes up, and we move on to the second and the third, and before we know it, we've launched all 50 in a year, and we're successful. But if you think about launching one, as I said, one a week, that's going to be really helpful. And now you can focus on that one thing, and it's a much smaller project, much less. The tip is that you need to think about things in a much smaller, granular methodology, as I mentioned. And this is a great mindset to keep your goals on track and maintaining the enthusiasm to keep forging forward, as you can record small wins all the time. Tip number 5 is be aggressive and take some action rather than leaving it till someday. The old classic someday, I'll do that tomorrow, I'll do that next week. Many companies in 2020 saw it as an opportunity to focus on initiatives that can be challenging to address during perhaps high growth periods, like improving workflow, and processes, investing in your back end and increasing operational excellence. So hopefully you've used the downtime to think about what you can do moving forward. What we did here at Miles Better, we took the time to consider who we were, what our market position looked like. And we've been lucky here that, however, we didn't see too much of a slowdown as we were helping our clients maneuver through the issues of COVID. But in the last 12 months, we haven't sat on our laurels. We've launched some 20 plus supportive websites, including a podcast, a blog, and online training programs. And we're re-engineering our marketing as well to make sure that we're ready to be at the forefront of allowing small entrepreneurs to grow, scale, and profit faster with our support. These small wins become big wins, and they start to steamroll, and together, when they come together, it's really exciting. And now we are able to optimize for 2021 and 2022. And to push ahead, I've decided that in my mission this year is to help as many entrepreneurs become fluent in accounting, the language of business. You'll have heard this message through the last 6 months. And that's what all our websites are built around. The Miles Better Vault, details coming across the bottom, which is our resource online, our YouTube channel, again, details coming across. We have our podcasts of the summits and others, and our ebooks galore to support your business as you grow. So this means that you should be looking to double down on your commitment and our commitment to innovate and produce products by setting these aggressive goals and not thinking of the someday, but acting today. Another point is to know your strengths. You need to focus your efforts and goals more on perhaps a specific area within your business, maybe a location. And remember the classic phrase that's being bandied around a lot at the moment is niching down, or even super niching. Well, it's all about understanding that this will help limit your uncertainty because you have a much better picture of what you're going to do, and then you have the ability to be laser focused on that success. That leads me to talk about mindset. Entrepreneurs share a way of looking at the world and responding to it that is essentially optimistic and action orientated. It's a mindset that generates this generative and resilience and often runs counter to what we learned in school. You have to learn and unlearn at the same time. Entrepreneurial mindset, for example, making quick decisions or letting fires burn, often run, as I've said, directly counter to what we taught in school. So we learn from a story and not just from theory. Most people learn best through experience of other entrepreneurs, so surround yourself with people who are equally as enthusiastic. Join the Mastermind City community and see the link below. As an early member, it's a great place to do this. Hence, you can join like-minded people who are all about positive support, narratives making the theory stick, so sharing the story is the key message. The point is adapt daily habits to reinforce this new mindset. It's important to listen, to read and to write, but it's not enough, as you have to act on what you've learned. To live this new mindset, it's about the today philosophy, not the someday philosophy. It often says that starting a company is like jumping off a cliff and building an aeroplane on the way down. It's a vivid metaphor that contains a lot of truth. First, you need the courage and the optimism, hence you need to keep your goals on track. You need to have the belief you can pull it off, hence you need to continue to review. So goals and having the numbers guy in your corner is a key starting point. Now you need to think in generatively. Assembling a plane takes talent and skill, even under calm circumstances. So in the chaotic rush of death, defying plunge, you need agility. You need time for you to be able to react quickly, and you need to be calm under pressure and need to find that plunge exhilarating. So your numbers need to support you. As the numbers guy, I can't stress enough that in that early days, real-time numbers are vital, as the cash will be pouring out of your business in those early days. You have to draw on your own enthusiasm and again surround yourself with positive people. And then there's the high stakes of your business. And if you don't assemble the plane in time, to come back to my metaphor, in the real world terms, you're going to run out of cash, and that's why speed and support matters. Having the right real-time numbers and understanding your data with working somebody such as your own AK numbers guy can make the difference. That's part of what entrepreneurship is so grueling, because the default outcome until you get the whole thing off the ground is not good. Not just for you, but for everybody else you've persuaded to come along on your journey. So what it does do is what does it take to be successful in these entrepreneurial leaps of faith? Well, the answer is both simple and infinitely complex. You need an entrepreneurial mindset, and that's exactly what I teach in my coaching course and on my latest course. I mentioned at the beginning, as a business mentor, I help clients work in real time using plain speak so that they can make powerful decisions. And this means I can stay true to my principles and understand how best to help you grow, scale, and profit faster. Which is why I've just launched a brand new online course that uses all these strategies, and I'm calling it Let the Numbers Decide. A 5-pillar program to help all entrepreneurs launch and grow their new business ideas and to overcome the fear of failing. I'd love you to visit letthenumbersdecide.com to learn more about the course. Plus, to help support the launch and my mission to help as many people become fluent in accounting the language of business, I'm offering a free ebook and discovery call. Hope you will join me this year in finally taking the plunge and overcoming the someday and launch your own successful business and allow us in a small way to be part of that journey. Thank you for your interest in this virtual summit, and I look forward to working with you on launching your business in 2021.